For any CEO looking to get started with social media, I think the first fundamental understanding is to understand that the way that people use technology has fundamentally changed. And technology used to be about you looking at data on a computer. Now it's very much about bringing people together, talking to each other. And in fact, social media has become the dominant activity on the web. So we're also seeing it, though, start to rapidly infiltrate the way business is being done, whether that is for the way people collaborate, the way customer support's delivered, or in fact, even, brand written reputation risk. People are often worried about the downside of social media, and this sort of stuff is not going to go away. And CEOs really need to be on board to understand that whilst there are some potential risks, they can be managed, but the opportunity side of the cake is just massive, and they need to be on board with it, because if you're going to exist in the future, you're going to need to be able to understand how to use this stuff. In terms of the top 3 benefits of being engaged with social media, I think particularly the internal use of it is a massive opportunity around productivity improvement. So that would be the number one thing. And if you use social media inside your business as a way of collaborating, your ability to drive productivity, connectivity, and get staff engagement, passionate employees working together, innovation, all those things that CEOs want, social media will give it to you. The second one is the capacity to amplify what you're doing, amplify your messages, but in an authentic way, and start to have two-way conversations with your customers and your markets. So the ability to sort of get all of your people working with you and your organisation around what your company's doing in the market. Again, social media is unparalleled in being able to do that. And I suppose finally, the ability to communicate with people and the way that people want to communicate has changed. They don't want sort of missives from on high. They want to have a two-way conversation, and social media allows you to do that with any stakeholder. So I'd see those 3 benefits are the productivity, the sort of ability to amplify and really build yourself into a machine, and finally connecting with all of your customers and stakeholders and employees and potential employees, etc. That's where I see the benefits. Yeah, it's an interesting concept of a CEO who doesn't engage on social media. What's their sort of employability, or their horizon of employability? At the moment, I would say that for certain organisations, if you're not, particularly tech companies and marketing companies and advertising agencies and things like that, like the industry, if you like, it's not a choice. But as time goes on, your ability to understand and communicate with the masses through the social media tools, and also to communicate with your people and your staff, these are going to be fundamental prerequisites. I said a number of years ago, when I was the CEO of Deloitte Digital, that I won't hire anybody who isn't connected, because what is the point of hiring somebody not connected when we live in a hyper-connected world? And I think from a CEO's point of view is, if you understand that the world has changed in terms of this hyper-connectivity, we all can connect to each other. That if you can't connect or you're disconnected, I think your relevance is going to be severely diminished, and that's going to happen, maybe not tomorrow, but over in years to come. I'd have to say that the thing that just about frustrates me the most is that social media is automatically thought to be a marketing thing. Marketing's part of it, but it's just a part. So sure, you can use social media to help drive your marketing efforts, and in fact, social media, I find, is actually a better way of sort of high engagement, low cost marketing. But the thing that sort of keeps getting missed is the opportunity to start to really engage with customers. So some of the better organisations, again, they've got idea platforms out there, and they ask their customers, what ideas have you got for us? Is that marketing, or is that product development, or is that customer engagement? I talked about Telstra and the way they use social media tools to drive customer support. It's not marketing, but it has a massive impact on customers. And I also see organisations who use the enterprise social networks inside their organisations, driving growth, profitability, collaboration, innovation, and speed of doing stuff, and actually being able to leverage the whole knowledge of the organisation. That to me is where the biggest benefit is. And I think the unfortunate thing when we moved from Web 2.0 was the sort of term of social media before it was called social media, to social media, because it had this word media in it. Media is PR and marketing. Well, no, it's about how we communicate and how we share and how we learn and how we collaborate and how we get stuff done in organisations.